Hello everybody, it is I, You2Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be reviewing 2025 Ernie Gearson. I found this guy at Target earlier today. All the Cars items were 20% off. I heard a friend of mine, World of Cars Entertainment, Aaron's World of Cars, some people may know him. He's pretty cool. He mentioned his Target's also at 20% off, so I'm assuming that all Targets or most Target locations are doing 20% off Cars diecasts. So if you're interested, I think now might be a good time to get them. I'm probably not going to Target for a while, though. We spent a lot of money, so I think I'm going to keep off Target. But I did buy 6 other cars, and I'm going to be saving them for a little bit throughout the year. You know, kind of spread out my reviews a little bit. I don't want to just front load my videos then go on hiatus again. I know I've been off the internet for a while. I haven't really had the motivation to make YouTube videos. I've been really busy with college. So, yeah. I want to spread out my workload a little bit. Here we have the art of Ernie Gearson. Fun fact, this is the first time regular Ernie Gearson has had his name on a card back. His Rubber Tire and Cars 3 versions did, but not the regular Cars 1 one. Every other version of him was just Spearmint, number 93. You can see him in the package. He has very good Lightyear tire text. He has very thick white tires. He is racing for Spearmint, a play on Spearmint that we have in our world. And a good teaser for what he looks like. Here on the back, we have a bunch of legal information. Porsche, Mercury, Superbird, Petty. Never really noticed that before. Never really seen that on the back. As seen in Cars, correct. The first Cars movie. All of these guys have been released from 2006, 2007, so really classic Cars here. Billy Oil Changer, the Octane Gain Racer, Sally, no need for an introduction. Lightning McQueen, Sheriff, Winford Bradford Rutherford, and The King. Hold on, let's check. Is the copyright date? Yeah, no. Okay, so for some reason, some cars have 2022. Have some 2022 copyrights for some reason. I don't know why. This is a recent thing. I guess they just, I don't know. I guess this card back style has been around since 2022, so it's possible that this is just what they look like and they don't feel the need to change the... And there's some stuff over here. This is new. I don't think I've seen this on any other card back. We've got number here, that little engineering code, I guess. Barcode. Might have had a bit of an issue scanning, but I don't think it should be that for anyone else. Alright, now let's get this guy out of the box. Okay, he's out of the box. Ernie looks really, really interesting. Infamously, or not infamously, but yeah, I'd say infamously. It was a pretty known thing that Ernie was a pretty off color from his original render in the movie, as you can see here on his box. Ernie, yeah, had a really weird dark teal color, almost kind of looked like the bottom of the ocean. Well, not bottom of the ocean, but definitely like a very dark blue color, like a very dark teal. So I was really interested to hear that he was getting an update. Very similar to Murray Clutchburn, who also got updated in design to have more bright colors, like, on the render. Although, it's still not entirely accurate, I'd say. Like, looking at these two side by side, it's a little bit of a lighter blue. Hold on. Sorry, my voice cracked there. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my light closer. Hold on. Okay. And yeah, you can see here it's a bit of an off color, but not by a lot, I'd say. but it is interesting. Ernie's team is now no longer in sync with him, unfortunately. Which is kind of sad, but oh well, maybe one day we'll get them re-released. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they re-released Team Spearmint. I think Spearmint could probably benefit from that. They'd probably do it. If they had to re-release older Piston Cup teams, I think that would be one of the ones. Just because it's kind of an interesting team. It's sort of a forgotten one. Spearmint's been really interesting in terms of their releases. This year we are getting Nick Shift, the Spearmint Next Gen. Ernie's interesting here because he actually appeared in more than one movie. It was a pretty known thing that a lot of the Cars 3 veterans were, new racers, but all the ones that came in the Cowweather model, they were actually the original Cars 1 racers for those sponsors, and Ernie was one of them. Spearmint came back and was Ernie. But that's not all. See, Ernie, according to the Car Finder bio, has been racing since before high-dollar sponsorships were a thing. Now, the Piston Cup isn't NASCAR, but from what I've heard, NASCAR high-dollar sponsorships like that didn't happen until, around the 60s, implying that Ernie's been around for that long. And he's still racing in 2016, which is when Cars 3 happens. So, Ernie's just been racing for several years, and that's so funny to me. Ernie's just, in general, kind of a meme. If some people know that one meme where the guy sings, Ernie. That's not Ernie Gearson, but the name Ernie is now associated with that, and I find that really, really funny. So yeah, Ernie's just kind of a funny guy to me. I'm really happy I have him in my collection. Been meaning to get more Piston Cup racers. I haven't really bought any since last year. And, Ernie's a really good one. He's one of the few racers to not have headlights. None of the Piston Cup racers have headlights. They have stickers that look like headlights to simulate that. But some cars like Misty here don't even try. They don't even attempt to at least pretend they have headlights. No, Misty here simply has the little 73 patch. And so does Ernie here. That's really funky. He has a bit of an odd grill. It's not fully accurate to the movie. I noticed with Murray, his grill wasn't really accurate either. I'm not really one to complain about accuracy, but when I find things out like this, it's kind of interesting to learn. Now, Spearmint, actually, there was a huge debate back in the day as to whether or not it was spelled Spearmint or Spare-O-Mint. Because, yeah, if you look at the logo here, it says Spare Mint, and there's a tire, which makes you think, oh, that's the O. That's really clever. But, it kind of makes sense because there's Taco Mint, who's also, the same, model as this guy, which is really interesting to me. Really strange. But alright, so Spearmint is a play on Spearmint, as I said earlier. Here we got the Lightyear tires. They look quite a bit bolder. Let me see if that's just, hold on, let me compare this quickly to, no, that's just what they look like. Okay, because it looked especially bold on this one. So I didn't know if that was just my Ernie or no. Here we have the secondary sponsors. I don't really feel like reading them. We all know them at this point. I'll read off the ones you can't really see. So that one with the pills is Gasprin. There's no other sponsor there. That's just more. That's Hood-Ache Relief. Easy Idle. RPM. Oh, my camera's blurring. That's not a sponsor. Retread right there. Clutch Aid. Yeah, man. It's all right. It's all right. Again, the secondary sponsors aren't really that significant. They're not really important. We know them by heart by this point. Most Cars fans do, I'd say. Here's them on Claude Scruggs' reference. So yeah, Ernie has a bit of a lighter gray window, which is accurate to the movie. No back window here. Pretty accurate. Over here, we got this huge leaf. Pretty interesting. believe it's also slightly off color. It should be a bit more of a vibrant green. This is more of a cool green, but it's alright. Got the spearmint, and I believe there's a gas cap here. Hold on, let me see if I can feel around for it. Okay, yeah, it's there. Alright, we're good. We're good. Kind of looks like white powder, sugar, which makes sense. Although I like to think that spearmint is a sugar-free mint versus taco mint, which is all sugar. Here we got a bunch of leaves on the back. Not an off-road car. We got more spearmint over here. Got the huge leaf over here. Yep. 93. That's his number. More peppery, powdery spearmint. The wheels have that weird Thailand printing thing where they look fine from the front, but then you look in the wheel well, it's like, oh, that's bad. Here's the 93. Interesting thing about the 93 is originally older versions of Ernie had clipping on, I guess, and this part was covered. And this, but now here it's actually got the full 3, so this is actually more accurate to the movie. Really nice. It's also technically different from the other side. See, this side looks like this. This side looks like this. So technically different, kinda. I don't know, the 93 is the same, but the leaf makes it different, I guess. I don't know. Secondary sponsors again. Let's see if they look better here. I'd say, yeah, a little better on this side. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. And there's a look at his face again. Ernie also has painted in mouth, which, interestingly enough, none of my other racers do. Here's James Clean Air. Apparently, these guys are supposed to be also the same model in the movie. These are the only 3, like, Husker Morocco type models in the movie, from what I've heard. There we are, Los Tres Amigos. Very good, very good. Yeah, you got Claude, James. I brought James out because he has a sort of similar expression. But no, they actually have slightly different expressions. I like that. You know, because back in the day, they just all had the same expression. The fact that these guys actually have different faces looks really cool. It makes them stick out from one another. It makes them actually look interesting. Here's Misty, and here is Floyd. I also have Murray. I didn't bring out every single old car for this one, but yeah, here's the majority. I brought Floyd out since I saw him in the stores, but since I've had him since 2022, I didn't really feel the need to buy another one. They all have different grills except for James. James is clean shaven, and I like that. So yeah, they actually put way more detail into Ernie than I expected, and I'm really happy that I bought him. Would I recommend him? I guess so, if you like Piston Cup racers, or if you want an item that's new for this year, but you don't want, like, I don't know, he's like the only, like, super new item. Everything else is, like, I don't know, he was, like, the only, like, common new item from what I've seen. Everything else is going to be pretty rare. He should still be in stores by now, so if you ever find yourself with an Ernie Gearson, do yourself a favor and pick it up, I guess. I think he's really cool, and I hope you all enjoy the review. See you all around. Bye-bye.